always a customer pick. Embassy shredders are always a customer pick, and this model is no exception. 4.6 out of 5-star customer pick. There's 277 reviews for this guy. 206 of them are perfect 5 stars. What I like about this model is it'll do credit cards, it'll do staplers, and it will do CDs, and it is a micro cut. Please don't buy a shredder unless it does micro cutting, because if it does those big fat strips, you can just put them back together again. This is our final quantity. We have under 1,000. I have it available in 2 colors, black and red. So here's the red, here's the black. It's also on casters, so little wheels. You can move it around the house. And the shipping and handling is $15.95, but for this show, free shipping and handling. And our electronic expert, Bill Duggan, is here.
Good morning.
And you're just shredding.
Well, that's just it. Embassy makes it so simple, so user-friendly. They know what we want in shredders. They know we don't want to do 5 or 6 pages at a time. We can do 12 sheets at a time. And as you said, it goes through staples. It has a dedicated DVD slot. It goes through the credit cards. I mean, all of this technology, easily done. It just shreds it. But the most important part about it is that shred. You notice how it's on casters, which is great, but see that peekaboo window? So we know when this is full, 5-gallon pull-out bin. So instead of taking the lid off, I just take this drawer out and I throw it away. But look inside. This is the security that you're giving yourself, your family, and everyone, because 1 in 10 of us fall victims to identity theft. But look at how small this shred is. When we think of shred, do we think of little pieces like this? No. We think about that strip shred technology, that 31 shreds per page, and you know what? We had to evolve from that to this because the people who want our identity, they figured it out. This is what we used to do. And this is what worked in the 1970s, that strip shred technology. But if you look closely, look at this. You can read some of that strip shred. That's not security. That just makes it a little more convenient to throw in your pocket.
Right, exactly.
So we've progressed from this to cross-cutting. Cross-cutting's definitely better. This is about 300 shreds per page. But again, those people who want your identity, they figured that out. Piece it together. Just grab a handful. There's your social security number. There's a signature at the bottom. So we've progressed from strip shredding to cross-cutting to microcut. This is what you can't find at all the big box stores. Or if you do, it's very expensive because that's security. That is 1,000 shreds per page, over 1,000 shreds per page. And remember, we're doing 12 sheets at a time. So that is foolproof. And when you think of the statistics, 1 in 10 of us fall victims to identity theft. So you're protecting yourself. And look what happens. It goes in 8 by 10. Look at how small those little pieces of paper are. That is the security of what you get, because when they go to your trash bin, they're not going to be able to figure it out. And the cool part about this, when you think about this statistic too, they say kids are the most susceptible. Like you have a young daughter at home.
Right, I was going to say, one of the reasons why kids are the most susceptible is they don't check their credit on a daily basis.
Right, exactly.
So with the first time when they check it, maybe when they apply for a college loan, they find out that they have horrible credit and outstanding debts, and they've never even had a credit card or anything.
And that's just it. You have to protect everyone in your family and all those documents, whether you store them on a DVD or you burn photos. Look at that. It goes in, and look what comes out on the other. You can't read any of that information. It's just about being practical. Even the Federal Trade Commission warns us that we need to shred our information. This actually cracked me up.
What?
The IRS, who doesn't like to spend money on anything except collect money, they have doubled their theft identity department in 2012. They doubled their staff in 1 year because it's becoming that prevalent. Just like we saw with the RFID stuff, we have to be smarter about our information. All that junk mail that we get, think about all that mail. Again, Embassy's made it so convenient because it's on casters, so we can easily hide it underneath the counter or table.
Well, credit card offers, somebody can go in your mailbox and take one of your credit card offers and say, yeah, I'll take that credit card, and then give a different address, and there you go, somebody's got a credit card.
Well, that's just it. You have to protect that information and be smart about it. And that's what we do. We get lazy. We just take that piece of paper and we throw it away. Look at the size of that one piece of paper it takes up versus how many pages have we shred. And think is, if someone goes to your trash bin when they're quote-unquote looking for aluminum, they're going to be like, I can't figure this out. But they find this one piece of paper, and they go inside, and it's like, oh, look, it's Helen Keeney's medical records. What prescriptions? Maybe I can call her doctor and switch something over, or her insurance company. Or maybe it's just a windy night, and your trash can blows over, and now your medical record, your paycheck stub is in your neighbor's yard.
Anything with your social security, you're in big trouble. You know, they get your name, address, and your social security. It's all over but the crying.
Well, that's just it. And the thing is, you don't know about it. They also were saying in the IRS, it can take up to 6 months for someone to repair their identity. Not just repair it, but to fix the problem. Poor Marlo Smith, one of our show hosts here, 2.5 years ago, she was a victim of identity theft. And to this day, her credit's all on lockdown, and she has to be smart about it. But what's really phenomenal about this is when you think about the statistics of the machine itself. Embassy makes 1 in 4 shredders in the marketplace. This doesn't do 6 sheets. This doesn't do 8 sheets or 10. This does 12 sheets at a time. I'm not removing the staples. I'm going to add a few. So I want you to notice the power of what this machine can do. And go online and look at the reviews on hsn.com. It's a huge customer pick. People are excited about a shredder because of the performance, but also because of that security. Because remember, it's an evolution. This is what we've become accustomed to, that long strip shred technology. But then we had to even move away from that because that wasn't foolproof. Then we got this cross cut. But this is what you're getting, that micro-cut technology. And you said it best right at the top, Helen, talking about getting that free shipping. I want to show everyone at home. Look at this example. We all have credit cards, right? We know how dense that plastic is and how hard it is to destroy. We try to bend it really fast or cut it up.
Right, and if you just cut it up, they can put it together and get your number.
Well, that's just it. Look at how many pieces that credit card has been destroyed to because of that power and that strength of the micro-cut. You can cut that up like that on your own. I mean, that's the benefit of what you're getting with this machine. That is plastic. Think of it, 12 sheets at a time. And, you know, I was just home cleaning up my home office. There's papers that come in from everywhere, from the accountants, from receipts. You have 12 sheet capacity.
I also want to say the 5-gallon bin is a great feature that you can see. They're automatic start and stop, by the way. Shred staples and credit cards, 12 sheet capacity, cut technology. But the 5-gallon bin, I can tell you that I had a shredder before that you had to keep changing the basket and changing the basket. 5 gallons of these little guys, a little tiny confetti. You won't have to change it that much. So I think that that's really nice. And it's also on casters, so it's on little wheels, so you can wheel it around. The shipping and handling is $15.95, but today it's free. We also have a holiday price, so we took $20 off the price right off the bat, and we all have flex pay, so sale price, free shipping, and flex pay. It's like the triple threat of specials here at HSN. When you see something like this, you've been waiting for it. It's not going to get any better than this offer. $29.99 to get it home, and also we mail it right to your door. There's no assembly required. You don't have to, like, you know, build the whole thing when you get it home either. You just open the box, plug it in, start shredding. How long do you keep your taxes?
You're supposed to keep your taxes for 7 years, and this is a great example. Great segue there. So look, I have my 2001 taxes. I can get rid of them, but I cannot just throw them away because my account number is still the same. My social security number is still the same. My address is still the same. So I need to dispose of them properly. I'm not worrying about taking the staples out. I'm just grabbing chunks of paper because I can do 12 sheets at a time. And even when you do a lot of paper at a time, it's all still that micro-cut technology. It's all security and peace of mind. And I've removed the safety on that one just so you can see what happens, because it goes in 8x10, but you see what happens on the other side. It's so small that you can't figure out your information. Nobody can. And it actually takes up less space in your recycler. Because here's another great example. So here's 100 pieces of paper that went through that strip shred technology. And you actually look closely on this, you can see someone's address.
I can actually read names.
Exactly.
You know?
That's not security. Here's 100 pieces of paper that went through micro-cut. It takes up less space. You're going to be dumping it out less. You can use this for packing material if you want. It's that peace of mind. I mean, I went home between shows, and I found all these different documents, whether it's, you know, your airplane stubs that are traveling or just receipts that are lying around. When you have a device that's at the ready and easily able, I love this receipt right here. This is the longest receipt I think I've ever had in my life, but it's like I'm disposing of it properly. Look how this thing just keeps going and going. But what you also have to appreciate is when you think about getting this on free shipping, can I show them something on here?
Yes, please.
Look at, I want to show you the teeth and the gears. First of all, this red is really phenomenal.
Yeah.
Remember, peekaboo window, casters, 5-gallon pull-out bin. So again, I just take this to the trash can. But let's look at the gears under here. This is why that free shipping is so important. Look at the teeth. This is actually weighs about 16 pounds, the whole unit. So the casters is great. But those gears would really do so much work, so much muscle to go through staples, credit cards, DVDs, and 12 sheets at a time. Another great feature, which is why all our Embassy shredders here at HSN are customer picks. Spin this around. You have a customer service number right here on the machine, right in the back, if you ever have an issue. And how did I even learn about that? Our host here, Brett Chuckerman, he got his Embassy shredder home. He calls it shredding therapy. He loves to just clean up and shred.
You know, I'm going to say something. It's actually really fun to shred.
It feels great.
Very like, you know, kind of like cleansing, where you're getting rid of out with the old, in with the new. I mean, when you move out of a house and then you do all that real estate documents and you've got piles and piles of that and clean it all out. You don't want to throw it away because it still has personal information.
Right.
Shred all of it. By the way, at the bottom of the screen, we have the number for the lubricant sheet, which is
those are great.
Nice to have. Bill, tell us why we need to have that to keep the gears running smoothly.
Well, just with any shredder, you're supposed to drop a little bit of oil in there and keep the gears nicely grooved, so when you do the paper and the dust doesn't dry them out and doesn't jam as much. And these lubricant sheets, they're already pre-lubricated, so you just drop them in just like you would a piece of paper, throw
and
it
then
in
you're
reverse,
done.
and it's done. And just
very, very easy. Those are great to have.
And when you have the right machine at the ready, you see how simple it is to just feed the beast? Because we've all been there. We get that huge stack of papers, like, I'm going to get around to it, I'm going to get around to it. But we don't. And then it's the mail. It just adds up. And this is another great story. So, you know the big Thanksgiving Day parade?
Yes.
There was a police department on Long Island. And they sent all of their paperwork to this police department, or sent it off to get shredded by another third-party place.
Oh.
Some guy's at the parade, and, you know, it's raining confetti, and something landed on his shoulder, and he's like, what's this? It had someone's license plate and social security number on it, because that's why you have to trust.
Are you kidding me?
That's just it. They sent it off to some other place. You do it yourself. You know it's being done right. That's why the Federal Trade Commission's even like, shred your documents. 1 in 10 of us. I mean, there's at least 10 people in the studio right now, and you would be protected.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I did just have the experience of having my credit card information lifted while it was still on my possession.
That's great.
So that, you know, that's sleep. But I've been shredding, and the other thing that I'm guilty of is I keep my taxes way too long, and then when I got my first shredder, I shredded the taxes back, and it was like definitely this cleansing of like those years are gone.
You know,
it's only good years ahead.
I keep my cell phone bills way too long. Which
oh yeah,
those have
true.
cell phone numbers because
right,
know,
everyone that you call and your home and address. I mean, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna call
that
them
person
again.
that broke up with me. And I don't have their number anymore, but it's in my cell phone bill.
It's for your own protection, so you don't like dial them in the middle of the night after a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah, exactly. Shred those.
Right,
cell phone
exactly.
Bills. But the
for your own
it has
protection.
your phone number on it. It has your
It'll
friends
protect you
and family.
against yourself.
Exactly. It's a smart investment. But we're talking about your daughter. They say kids are the most susceptible because they have, you know, social security numbers and bank account numbers and medical record numbers. But as you said,
she's got a passport.
Yeah, they don't pull their credit though until they try to get financial aid to college or their first car, and by then that damage is done. How many pages have we just done already? And look at this. I throw one piece of paper away. Look how much one piece of paper takes up in our trash can, in our just little home office bin, versus what's here. Can you read any information? All the papers you saw me shredding has all this documents and information on it, account numbers and names. They're pre-filled out applications. Those convenience checks that people get sent to them, it's like, I don't need all those convenience checks. Pulverize them, take care of it, versus just, you know, crumpling it up and throwing it away because let's see what I just found. Oh, I just found out a pre-filled out credit card application, and maybe that'll end up in the neighbor's
I'm going to get you a
dustbin
so you can clean up all the...
Yeah, I just need a little bit of a broom.
Like a mess
just so you know, you have a 5-gallon pull-out bin to collect all that stuff. But I pull those out so you can see what happens when you microcut. And remember, the microcut is hard to find. You can find a strip shred at your big box store. You can find cross-cutting at your big box store. But this is what you're getting. This is that evolution. And why did we have to evolve down to this microcut? It's because they figured this all out. They figured they could piece this together. They figured out how to piece this together. And you're like, who's going to go to that effort? They'll go to that effort because they much rather use your information. But the microcut, they can't figure that out.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't have to take the staples out. It does credit cards. And also, there's 277 reviews on hsn.com. 206 of those are perfect 5 stars. Amazing. It's a customer pick, and every Embassy shredder is a customer pick in our entire assortment. And we're limited in the red. We have 2 colors, red and black. Free shipping and handling today. Only $119.95. You've got FlexPay. For FlexPay, just $29.99. And Bill, you're going to be back at 3 p.m. I'm sorry. Well, this is the only airing of the day. Only airing of the day. So keep shopping because we have final quantities with that. Thank you so much, my friend.
Start cleaning.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to tell you what's coming up at HSN. It's called our Spotlight.